position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Sooners ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Well, he's making it look easy out there snagging that pass. Sammy Watkins, Mike Williams, T. Higgins. Great Clemson receivers in recent years. These guys just got open. They found a way with their speed and their route running ability. It's a lot of what this guy does here, too. He makes it easy on his quarterback.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Under fire. He's got it. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
I love offensive coordinators. They're not afraid to be aggressive early in games. And how about that? Dialing up a shot right away in the first series, trying to seize the momentum.
The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He caught it. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
That's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll try the toss to the left. Creates a little room. Got enough for the first. Racing down the left side. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To throw, it's Klubnik. Got the quick pass. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big and big.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down and came up a little short.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Fires to the wideout. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. The quick out. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
The give from the gun. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Running the option, it's Mateer. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Well, get there, a fourth down stop.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. It's caught downfield.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
To the air, it's Klubnik. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Now adjusting. And the quarterback will be forced out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage. I think they'll give him a sack.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He wants to change this route. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds his big tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
The Tigers will try to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Snags it! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, Tigers! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Kennesaw State has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 9 over Arkansas State. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Bringing the heat. Grabbed in the middle. It's Tatum. And he's brought down after a nice game. Guys, Oklahoma's transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency, but you won't thrive. So what kind of pressure, David, is the new guy under center under?
A lot of pressure, but obviously the experience, the transfer over. He was the top guy at that spot in the transfer portal. You bring in a new offensive coordinator, new weapons around him, so a revamped new Oklahoma offense. They're hoping they'll match their defense, and those wins will go up and up and up.
Second down, he'll throw it. Finds his big tight end. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive game.
He'll pull it down. At the 40, there he goes. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody open downfield, and he just decided to take off.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Just need a few yards for a first down. Reed to the left. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. Third down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he's able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving and keep the sticks rolling.
Scanning the field, it's Mateer. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Great job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target and was able to swat that ball away.
So now it's second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Quarterback adapting. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Quickly complete. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Nice grab in traffic. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Sends it back in motion. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him, and that is the way you finish a first half. And now you got a chance to tie this football game.
And he makes the extra point. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense in an empty set. Wants to adjust the pattern. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Got it in the middle, it's Moore. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. That's caught. It's Brown. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Here's a heat. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Complete downfield. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking downfield on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
I think that's a decision the head coach is going to look back on and wish he had done the other thing and just kick it way down the field. You've got a tie game. We've got so much football left to play here in the second half. Instead, because you don't get the onside kick, your opponent is now set up in really nice field position to go down, score, and take the lead.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He'll pull it down and run. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew it was this good. He has been gashing them in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to...
Right down the middle. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Listen, the big hog mollies up front, the big offensive line paved the way for a big first down.
And the Sooners, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. And the rush will get to him at the 25. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
A big old legacy, and it seems like every year they rotate so many guys that are so highly recruited, so good. Just great players. They're always big and strong and fast and physical, and they get after your quarterback.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break...
Touchdown, Oklahoma! They take the lead with the 6.
I love this tight end because, man, he's a weapon in the passing game. Big guy, big target, and he has a lot of ability after the catch. You saw it on that touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Oh, right through his fingers, he muffed it. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets to the 14.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Rush is on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Looking left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. The throw to the outside is complete.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
Clemson set up with another first down. Now from inside the red zone. He's got him still on his feet. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line's going to have to play a lot better here.
Clemson jumps to the line. The offense changing the play. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
From deep in their own territory, looking to throw. Quickly complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage, and one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
They'll try the run. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
Back to pass, it's Mateer. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Great job by this defense. They started the drive with the offense backed up, in the shadow of their own end zone. Nice job being aggressive, keeping them there, and now they're going to have a chance to flip the field and really give their offense good field position.
Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the snap, it's Williams. It falls incomplete. How about the trickeration on first down that just goes awry? Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws for the tight end. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period.
Clemson, 14.
After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Spins away. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, it's 3rd and long. They're trying to throw beyond the sticks to get the first down. What a great job by the defender that time, breaking on the ball, snagging it out of the air, and securing that interception.
Back to throw, it's Mateer. With the catch, it's Ott. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it and be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on 4th down. He's in open space downfield. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds.
Man, it's so nice to have a QB that can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to run this clock out, preserve the win. He picks up the big first down and keeps the clock moving.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Moving out of the pocket. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Handoff from the shotgun. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
To the air, it's Mateer. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And how about this coach, man? Trusting their offense, trusting their guys. You could punt the football away here on 4th down and see if your defense can end this game, but he wanted to end it on offense. He trusted his guys, and that is a huge 4th down conversion late in this football game.
I know you took a loss on 1st down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead. You've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against the defense that knows you're going to do it.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
This This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Good, right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Wyoming needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Laramie behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down.
And just understanding where you're at on the field, make sure you get those feet down before you get too close to that sideline, so I get credit for that catch. Nice job, nice pitch, nice catch.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking to fire. Release to the back. Grabbed over the middle. It's Randall. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the move, he fires. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though this team's going to be leaving here with it now.
Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. To the air on first down. Throwing right. Wide open downfield. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
This is an offense that has skill, and they've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
It's complete. He kept him out of the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. A design run for the quarterback. Touchdown, Clemson! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And the point after is good. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here's the return from inside his 10. He'll be forced out of bounds at his 21-yard line. Not the best field position you could ask for, but they'll get it started there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Motion from the wideout. They'll give it to the back. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Sooners will try to run out the clock in the final minute. Wide receiver comes in motion. Running the option. It's Mateer. Oh, it's out! And what a fortuitous turn of events to get that football back. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on third down. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Sets up the screen. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Sooners decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, and now the defense is really on its heels. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Fires to the right. Passes incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Well, after that incompletion now, it's a big decision for the head coach. Do you have enough faith and confidence in your kicker and his leg strength to kick this field goal, tie the game, and send it into OT?
So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. And with 4 seconds left, this one to save the game and send it to overtime. He slides that just inside the right upright. David Jesse, they find a way in the waning seconds to tie it up.
And the late game execution worked to perfection. Moving the ball down the field, getting your kicker in a spot. You know exactly where he likes to kick it from. He drives it through. We're tied up, and we're headed to overtime.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Back to pass, it's Mateer. The sweet feet buy a little time. Throwing on the run. A full dive to haul that one in.
That's the end of regulation with the score all time.
First play of the first possession of OT. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Good timing on the quick out. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short.
Let's go.
Back to pass. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast. He's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting this out.
It's complete on the right side. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Now, fourth down.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Touchdown, Clemson! And they're on top here in overtime.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. The give on the counter. Got the first down and still on his feet. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. He's up to 81 yards on the ground, and that will put him over 100, and what a way to start the season. First and goal in overtime, and they have to answer with a touchdown. Now on the move. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
And a running game can be really hard to stop when you got so many guys that can do some damage, and this defense is taking some licks. This QB's made him look silly a couple of times, but they're starting to adjust. Gotta like that play right there, getting to him and getting him on the ground.
Now the pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There's a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds onto that football, he might not score a touchdown. He's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. You just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
4th and goal for the game. To the air, it's Mateer. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Touchdown Sooners! They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
Now first down here in the second overtime. Off-play action on first down. That's caught. It's Tatum. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
The Sooners are in the red zone. Looking to throw on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Reading the option, it's Mateer. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Got it in to take the lead here in the second OT.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
That is the score. Oklahoma 38, Clemson 31.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Now, when I'm in OT and I start to get in this territory, I gotta be thinking touchdown. Like, what are my plays that I can go to now? I ran the football. I showed a little bit of conservativeness.
Touchdown, Tiger! They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with the point after.
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
And he puts through the extra point. And now it's all 2-point conversion attempts from here on out. The give to the back. That's a live ball. They're stopped on the 2-point try, and we are still tied. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.